Hey YouTube, LTS Crypto here. That's a lot of red. That is an amazing amount of red. Should we be scared? And should we should we be buying? All right. First of all, not a financial advisor. If you'll look right there this is opposite right there. That red right there. It says not financial advice. That means I'm not a financial advisor. If I tell you to do something with your money, I'm not going to tell you to do something with your money. But what we're going to do, we're going to look at cryptocurrency. You decide what you want to do with your money. It's your money. Okay. But that's a lot of red. It's not terrible. I've seen some really red days. And as you look, you've got, Aptos and Nexo. I don't know I'm not familiar with Nexo, but Aptos, it took a hit last week, so it was bound to come back up. But the whole market's down. What's going on? Should you be worried? All right, well, it depends. It really depends on what your goals are. If you're day trading or if you're investing in the short term, you might have a cause for concern. But if you're a long-term holder, as I am, and I'm waiting for the bull market to hit and then take profits in the heat of the bull market, I don't believe there's anything to worry about. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. Because part of what we'll do this evening, or wherever it is, it's evening for me, is I'm going to look through market conditions because on Monday I'm actually going to buy some more. Well, I say I am. Now the question is, if I do decide to buy, that's the first question, am I going to buy or not on that day? Because I'm not DCAing, which is a fantastic plan. It is. DCAing is a fantastic, you can't lose DCAing if you're just beginning. DCAing is perfectly fine. The thing is I like to make it complicated. All right. And I'll show you what I'm talking about because I like to integrate a little bit of trading with with investing. And in reality, investing is really just long-term trading. It's just over a longer period of time. Instead of trading at the end of the day or the end of the week, you trade after the end of the 4-year period. There's really the way of looking at it. The time frame is so flexible, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, when you look, first of all, red day. A lot of people got upset. People asking the question, could it be worse? And there is some evidence that it can be worse. There is some things a brewing that if they actually play out, it's going to look bad. But I'm not worried. I'm not worried because I know where I am in my positions. And I know when I'm getting out. And I know my bills are going to be paid, I hope. It's not dependent, my investments or my bills are not dependent on whether my investments play out. Okay? That's where I'm at. So am I worried? No, I'm not. Okay, so how do you play this? Well, first of all, when you look here, Fear and Greed Index is down to 27. Now, last week, Extreme Fear, 22. All right. I have a feeling that when this updates in 1 hour that we're going to see it go down. Whether it goes into Extreme Fear, it's going to be close. It's going to be close. All right. Is there really anything that people need to be worried about? Well, and as far as fundamentals on cryptocurrency, no, that there's not. As far as there's not been another FTX. There's not been a major network that has fallen. Bitcoin has not had a hack. Nothing like that has happened. The fundamentals are the same. Matter of fact, there's more stuff brewing. I think there's another near foundation or near convention, and they're ignoring all this. They just keep, now granted the price is still low, but they're working like there never was a bear market. All right, so let's go through and look. Everybody's scared. Should you be scared? If you become a long-term investor, no. Okay. Let's look at some things, because there might be, if it actually takes a major dump, this is what I'm actually wanting. I'm wanting some things to take a major dump, and I'm preparing today for that moment when the stuff dumps to see which one of these I want to grab and put in my bag. All right, so let's look, and I'll just give you just a handful. And again, I'm not going over hundreds of coins. There's just a few that I'm studying and I'm watching, and unless they give me some reason to leave them, I'm going to keep, I'm going to keep looking at them and investing in them. Okay. Let me back up one more time. One of the mistakes I made when I first started this crypto journey was saying I need to find the best investment, the best coin out there. I need to find the one that is going to give me the most, because there was things like Shiba Inu that just took off, Axie Infinity that just took off. And I said, I need to find that. What I found out, you're not going to find that. You're just not. There's thousands of these coins. There are several hundred that are doing really decent work. And sometimes it doesn't even matter if they're doing decent work or not. It's just something gets tweeted. Elon Musk says something. Something like that. All right. So let's dig into it. If it dumps, is there something to buy? If it takes off, well, maybe we need to wait until you buy something. Let's go through it. There was something on the daily chart, and looking at the total market. If you look right, give me a little paintbrush tool. If you look in this section right here, there's a few things to be concerned about. It is doing the sideways action. There is a line of resistance right here. See that? Now, kind of goes through it right here. Okay, kind of goes through it. So I wouldn't necessarily count that. But right here, it bounces. Right here, it bounces. You see that where it comes all the way, it tries to take, and it comes down to that line and loses it. Okay, it comes down to this line. Okay, and then comes back up, and then it breaks it, and now we're on the bottom of this line. That's called a bearish retest. It is bouncing off that, and it looks like a bearish retest, and that is for the total market. Now, there's a whole bunch of things going on with the Fed, and there's government policies in the U.S., and for some reason, U.S. policies are what seem to dictate the markets. And there's been some dumb, I say dumb. I don't know if they had a choice or not, but because of their decisions, we're paying for it now. Okay, and it may get worse. Okay, now keeping that in mind, that what are you going to do? Well, you're going to see what you can buy when it starts dumping. So first thing, always look at Bitcoin. What's Bitcoin going to do? Well, guess what Bitcoin's got? It's got a line of resistance as well, right here. And let me see. Boom, right there. Now, granted, it hasn't come up and bounced off of that, but what you have to do is go up here and break that resistance to even start. And then once it breaks that, then there's also this other resistance right here that it has to break. It has all these things it has to break, and at each point it could bounce back down, or it could go back down. See, the odds are not in your favor concerning it just going. People saying we're about in a bull market. The odds are not in your favor for that. It could be. It could be. I've seen some weird things in this market, but the odds are not in your favor. So you need to be playing the odds, not financial advice. So, is it possible that we may get a 10,000 BTC? Yes. And I'm going to be happy because I'm going to be buying BTC at 10,000. All right. ETH. When you look at ETH, ETH has actually got a little bit of a trend line. That's a little bit of an upward trend line. And it seems to be, now there are lines of, let's look at our lines of support and resistance. And you've got this right here that's forming a support right here. And then you've got this right here where it's actually, well, let me hit it again. Right there. And it looks like a bullish retest, bouncing off that line of support. But we shall see. Okay. All right. So keep that in mind. Near, which I have been looking at. Near is, for some reason, just the price action keeps going lower. But what I'm finding about Near is that they're absolutely just working. See, this is what's interesting. Because, so it's like, I had no idea something was going to just blow up. I'm thinking this right here just might have that potential. This might have this potential. You ask, anybody in the Near community, you say, well, is the technology good? Oh, yes. Some of the best. Can you develop on it? Oh, yes, absolutely. Is it possible that it could be the next thing that takes off? Yes, absolutely. What's the biggest issue? Marketing. Okay. And the thing about it is, once people figure out what it is, it's great marketing because they want to know the next big thing. And once they figure it out, it's going to go. So Near. All right. So, I'm looking at maybe getting some more Near. Phantom. As you look here on the daily, it's got a, let me show you what I got here. It is a, I start using the little shortcut keys here. And I didn't draw them beforehand. There might be one right there. Yep. Okay. So what we have, and you go back over here, and if you look right here, look at my stuff. If you look right here on this, could that be forming a cup and then handle? Okay, maybe. Maybe. It is a bullish. It looks very bullish to me. So Phantom looks like it's going to take off, and it's had a pretty good week this week. All right, now as far as the projects that I'm looking at, when I go through and I try to figure out what I'm going to buy, I try to say what I'm trying to find is what the best deal is. I'm trying to find what the best value is. I had read a book years ago by Ben Stein. It says, yes, you can time the market. And it was, I can't remember the other guy's name, and I have since lost that book. But in that book, he covers several parameters in stocks. And he talks about that you can time these things, and the probabilities increase when certain parameters start coming into play. Well, that's what we're seeing here with cryptocurrency, is that when certain things start to play, your probabilities start to increase that it will happen. It's like you're pushing you remember the beach balls? It's kind of like sometimes you take a beach ball and push it down in the water, and you just keep pushing it. Eventually it's going to plop up because everything around it is saying, come up out of that water. All right? And that might be the case here with Phantom. Because it's just ignoring the bear market, really. But let's look at some small projects. I always look at Mouse Haunt. And again, it's actually, I caught it down here in the bottom of that. And when you pull a fib on that, let's pull a fib. All right. Well, that's not a fib. Hit the right one. There we go. You see, it's in the golden pocket. It went up. And something I'm finding about Mouse Haunt is there's a bunch of people like me in there that are we're not wealthy, but we got enough money to put into something like this, and so people are trading it. They're trading it, and it is pattern trading pretty predictably. All right, so it's telling me it's about to go. You see, it tried to take off and came right back down. But all right, so I might get me some more. Actually, I'm buying mice is what I'm doing. All right, SolidX. It's actually got this. It's a higher low right here, which is a good sign, because I thought SolidX was almost dead over here. All right, solidly looking at it. All right, it's a little cup. But as you look, I want to show y'all something to be concerned about. Going all the way back to Bitcoin is this right here. All right, it seems like everything is overbought. You see that right there, overbought in the Stokes RSI. ETH, you see that? Overbought on the Stokes RSI. All right, go to the near. Pull my indicator up. Stokes RSI. All right, are we seeing a pattern? Are we seeing a pattern? All right, overbought. Phantom. Sorry, I should have had all this stuff ready. Stokes RSI. It is not only overbought, but it is actually going the wrong direction. Okay. So, do I need to wait? Yeah, it's telling me to wait. Mouse home. Huh. Not listening to the market. Okay. It's actually turned up, and it's almost oversold. Heading back. Okay. SolidX. Get over here. Hit my Stokes RSI. I hit the relative strength index and Stokes RSI. And SolidX is overbought. Okay, and it's heading the wrong way. Solidly heading the wrong way. Right? Look right here, heading the wrong way. Heading the wrong way. All right, Valis is something I have decided I'm going to try. I believe I'm getting into. Don't follow my directions because this is highly speculative. But I'm just seeing some things that's telling me that it's ready to go. But again, look at that. It is overbought, headed down the wrong way. But it is making a bear flag right over here. Right, well, right here. Right there. Is that bear flag? All right. And, of course, Geist. Geist is middle in the oscillators, but it is making a cup and handle right here. All right. So that's what I mean. I'm done. I'm done. You know, as until I find some other project or coin, I go through these. I'll look at them, and then I determine where to allocate my funds when I buy, and then I'm holding on for dear life until the fervent bull run. So anyway, y'all don't be scared. Jump in there, get you some, and then. As I said, there's really, it's more difficult to make mistakes in the bear market than it is in a bull market. It just is. It's in a bull market, it is designed to make you make mistakes. The bear market is a time that you can kind of relax with it. You can look at, you can analyze, you can take your time with it because there's not this rush. Anyway, as I said last time, don't waste this bear market. I'll get back with you if y'all have any comments or questions about charting or whatever. I'm not a great charter by no means, but I know a little bit. But if you have a project you think is better than what I've got up here, let me know. And if you're a fanboy of something, that's fine. We can still be friends. But just put your comments down below. Thank y'all for the subscribers. Thank you. Makes me feel all happy. And the likes, I think there was a dislike in there. Worked out good. You can catch me on Twitter. And also my contact information is down below. And we'll see you next video. I'm LTS Crypto.